We're going to do an ear taping method using backer rod and micropore tape. This method is fairly easy. Most dogs tolerate it well. The first step is you need to measure your backer rod and make sure it's the right length. The backer rod is going to go down into the ear and extend slightly above the tip. So when you're measuring, start at the base of the ear and measure up to the tip and have a little bit of extra. You then need to trim the backer rod into a blunt point so it fits into the dog's ear better.
Where do you get the backer rod?
The backer rod, you can get at most hardware stores. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to find the diameter you want. This is 1 inch, and this is what we use for older puppies or bigger dogs. You can get it online too if you can't find it at your local hardware store. So you just kind of chisel it down a bit. And I leave the end blunt. I just kind of... So it's chiseled down. And before we tape it, we're going to make sure it fits properly. So you just insert it down in her ear. And that looks like it's working well. So once you're sure that you've got the right length and you've chiseled the end down, you take your tape and you're going to wrap it sticky side out. And you're going to extend a little bit here at the end. The micropore tape you can get at Amazon. Just wrap the entire backer rod with the tape sticky side out. And again, extend a little bit over the end. And then where you've extended over the ends, just fold it over the top so it's closed in. If you don't close it in, the dog can actually shake their head and shake the backer rod out. So now you've got your ear post ready to go. The next step is cut yourself a few strips of the micropore tape and have them handy. And what you'll do is you'll insert the backer rod into the ear. Stretch the ear up snugly, but not too tight. Before you wrap your bottom band of tape, you want to pay very close attention to the positioning. You generally want to go up and out before you do the bottom band. The other thing you want to make sure is the dog is standing relatively straight. Once you've determined that the dog is straight and you've got the positioning where you want, up and out, start very low at the ear. Come around with that natural fold that's right here, go with it. Go around and back down to the bottom. Just continue doing this until you've got the ear totally wrapped. And depending on your dog, you may or may not need a brace. Usually with young puppies, you do need a brace. But the ear is done. If you needed a brace, you would simply make sure the ear's on a slight outward V position and then do a figure-8 brace with a piece of tape. The important things are to remember: up and out. Make sure that the backer rod is as far down as it can go without jamming it into the ear. And your positioning is right, and that you start very low with your piece of tape. Low, angle up, around, and down. And that's it. Want your ears left in tapes?